Well, hello there! It's time for another video on things that I'm doing in my garden. And today it's around 7 o'clock at night. It's finally starting to cool off because it's been so hot outside. And I have a lot of things that I want to get done in the garden today. We got some screws, got a drill, I've got some PVC, some rebar out there. So we're gonna have fun, and some of the things I'm gonna be doing, if I have enough time before it gets dark, I'm going to install a drip irrigation system on a new raised bed. I'm going to install a shade cloth on that raised bed, and then hopefully get some broccoli plants planted that I bought today. So we'll see if I can get all that done before the sun goes down. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is clean the camera lens. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is install the drip irrigation system. As you can see on these 3 beds, I've got it all installed. But I haven't finished this side of the garden yet. So that last bed over there is the one we're going to be working on. I'll head over there. Alright, so this bed is completely empty, and we did have corn growing in it, but that was kind of a failed experiment. So I'm going to amend the soil, get it all nice, get the shade cloth on it, get the drip system, and we'll do our broccoli and cauliflower in this bed for the fall. The reason I want to put a shade cloth on it though is because it's still a little bit hot, but I do want to get these planted, so I'm gonna get started. Alright, so first things first, we have to continue this pipe here all the way down to the last bed there at the end. So I'm going to uncrimp this, so just stopping the water, and we're going to put a little extension in here using just a straight connector, and you just wiggle these parts together, and that's all there is to it. You do have to use a little bit of muscle to get them together, but just wiggle them, push them together, and that's it. And it's sealed, it's watertight, it's not going to leak. Just like playing with Legos. Anyone can do this, for real. Okay, so now I've got a bunch more of this. I'm going to just connect it. Like that. And I'm going to run this straight down this road here to the last bed. Now, I've got it where I want it. I'm just going to fold it right here so I know where to cut. And you can use, what this thing's called, clippers, I guess, to cut this. I'm using a pipe cutter for PVC. It works just as well. It might just be a little bit slower, but that's okay with me. Alright, so now I'm going to attach a T on here because I do want to extend this out to the rest of the backyard eventually. I'll just connect that on there. Alright, so now I can run a hose up to the bed and do all the rows with tubing. And this one, it's going to be just like this bed that I just installed here. So you've got it coming up from the ground and then splitting off and then going down 4 rows. So 1 for every foot, and then you can add holes and drip emitters wherever your plants are. Alright, so now I've got my T structure built. It's just, you know, just putting together, it's like PVC pipe, just putting together the pieces. So this will come up in the middle, it'll connect to here, with just a small piece between there, and then it comes up here, And we've got a spout coming out in the middle of this row, one coming out in the middle of that row, one in the middle of this row, and one in the middle of that row. So that'll give us our 4 lines to go all the way down the bed. And the beds are 12 feet long, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but they're 12 feet long. Hey, cat. What you doing, Daisy? You gonna help? Are you gonna help? I'm kind of in a hurry, so we gotta go fast. You're just gonna eat the grass. Okay, cow cat. By the way, this is what happens to your sunflowers if you don't get the heads off before the birds discover them. The mourning doves are getting my sunflowers. That's okay. I've got plenty to spare. Alright, so now I've got my second end piece made, and this will go all the way at the end of the bed, and everything will connect up just like that. So now I just need to run the lines, the 4 lines for each opening here. So almost done, yay! Alright, so I've got the drip tubing installed on this bed. Here, you can see it looks a little wonky. It's trying to bend and be crazy, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet because it'll kind of settle itself down as it warms up. And also, once I turn the water on and the water starts running through there, that'll kind of help to straighten out the tubing. So I'm not going to worry about trying to get it perfect right now. Plus, if I put any stakes in the soil, it's so dry and loose that the stakes don't stay in the ground. So it doesn't help at all. So right now I'm going to focus on putting the shade cloth up. I've got to do that next, or at least just get the supports up for it. And then hopefully still have time to get the broccoli starts in the ground. If I don't get to do that tonight, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Alright, so here are the tools that I'm going to need for the shade cloth. I've got my PVC pipe there. I didn't measure it. I don't know how long it is. I'm guessing 8 feet, maybe 10. I don't know. Drill, screws, some rebar. It's about 2 feet, maybe 1.5 feet. And then these things, which I picked up in the plumbing area, they are copper straps. I don't know how well they'll hold up in the elements and the weather, but we'll see. They're really cheap, so if I need to replace them after a year, that's fine with me. But as long as they hold the rebar up and allow me to put the PVC pipe on top. So let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to put one of these straps every 4 feet, and that should cover, that'll give me 4 hoops for this raised bed. And I probably should have got enough to put 2 on each side, but I only got enough to put 1. So I'm going to put this one at the bottom. I'll just put it in the middle. Alright, got my screws. And that's going to go right there. And that'll hold up my rebarb. You might be wondering why I don't just hammer the rebarb down into the ground. That's because this ground is basically solid rock. So you get down about that far and then you can't go anymore. So that's why I got these straps to hopefully hold the rebarb up. And we'll just have to wait and see how well it works. it's time to put on the PVC pipe. Okay, so we've got the PVC on, and it just looks like a regular little hoop house. It's pretty cute, actually. I like it. Now I'm gonna run and get the shade cloth and figure out how I'm going to get that on top of this. Alright, so here's my shade cloth. And this is I picked this up from the local nursery. It's 12 feet by 12 feet, and I think I'm actually going to use all of it on this, because I'm pretty sure that those PVC pipes were 10 feet long, not 8. But that's fine. There's a butterfly. So this says that it will keep the air underneath it 15 degrees cooler, and it's been about 100 degrees every day this summer, so if it can keep the temperature 85 on this bed, the broccoli and the cauliflower do really well until we get into more cooler temperatures and I can take this off. But I'm excited to see how it does, and first I gotta figure out how to get it on. What are you guys doing? This kit came with these little clips, but they are not big enough to clip around the PVC, but they will clip around this string that also came with the kit. So I tied this string the whole length of the bed and wrapped it around each PVC pipe, and now I'm just going to lay the shade cloth on top and clip it at the bottoms to the string. See if it works. Alright, so the clips they give you in the little kit with the shade cloth, they suck really bad. Pretty much they're not useful. So I am just going to run to the store and get some zip ties, but I'm pretty sure by the time I get back it'll be dark. So I'm probably going to have to continue this installation in the morning. So to be continued.